Hey, what's up, y'all? So I got a quick word. So let me put your mind and heart at peace with something, okay? So this is something that I struggled with in the past. Anyone who knows me, you know I got a good heart, right? I'm a sucker when it comes to things of the heart, right? And my interactions with others, all the way up into where it's detrimental to me, right? So that can be serious though when you consider the spiritual things, right? Connected to our faith, the Christian faith, right? Especially now that God has revealed to me about different things like witchcraft and how people can be in your face, people that you would think that would have your best interests at heart and mind. In actuality, they're engaged in witchcraft behind your back, or they really don't have your best interests at heart and mind, right? But the fact that you have a good heart and you want to see the good in people, and that's what you subscribe to, the good in people, right? And you may even overlook some things, some warning signs, some red flags, right? Because you have a good heart, right? And then you have, like, okay, so I'm going to use this for an example, TikTok, right? TikTok, Facebook, whatever, social media, right? So we have to be careful with what we take in. We have to be mindful of who we link up with, who we follow, right? Who we entertain, joining different lives, right? Um, Now, mind you, I'm gonna say this: if you mature in the faith, like I join some lives sometimes where the topic or the prompt is risque, should I say? But I sit there to try to gain knowledge on how people think, right? Who might not even align with my Christian faith, right? How they think, how they're responding, right? Different things like that. And then when I see it get like too extreme, I cut out real quick, right? But in my opinion, you got to kind of be mature in the faith and strong in the faith in order to do that. With that being said, the point that I'm trying to make is joining a live where you get on the panel and everything, and it's secular, it's pagan, um, to where the subject matter, a large group of people that are on a panel, right? They don't subscribe to your faith, your belief, and the things that they're dishing out are worldly. The wisdom that they subscribe to is worldly, right? And they're putting out their ideals and opinions. And again, you have to be careful with what you take in, what you get in agreement with, what you sit there, right? We are what we eat. So if you're allowing yourself to eat on these things, even if you think, right, even if you think that it's not really affecting you, it can, right? Um, so even to the end of what I said, as far as me sitting on them things, like I'm conscious on what I'm listening to, right? Again, maturity comes in. I'm conscious on what I'm listening to. I'm making sure I'm casting out any thought that I know that's against God's word. And then even after that, if it gets to an extreme, cussing start to happen, things like that, and it just goes straight left field, I'm like, all right, it's time for me to cut out, right? Because I have to guard my heart. I have to guard my mind, right? So basically, in essence, what I'm telling you is make sure you guard your heart and guard your mind. With that being said, it's okay to block people. Hear it from me, right? And I used to struggle with this. I'm like, boy, if I block them, does that mean I don't love them or whatever, or I don't forgive them? Like, I've had to block people who profess to be Christians, right? Who were putting out there stuff were that was so leaven amongst other Christians, right? And if I keep on listening to that and entertaining that, it is so leaven in my heart or so confusing in my mind. No, right? No, block. Especially if I've imparted on you the truth and then you reject that. So this is not to take a haughty stance or anything like that. But if you notice you're operating in spirit and truth with God, and you know you're rightly dividing the truths of God, and then you try to impart some onto another brother or sister, right? And then they lash out at you. They reject that message, right? God has sent you to them. It's no coincidence with God. He has sent you to them. They're not rejecting you. They're rejecting God, right? So if they lashing out at you, if they just taking on a stern stance, I'm believing what I believe and you ain't talk about nothing. Okay, cool. Okay, I love you. I forgive you, right? But me loving you and forgiving you doesn't mean that I can't cut you off, right? I pray for you, right? I love you and I'll forgive you. And it's time for me to cut out, right? If you don't receive the gospel, right, as it is, right, the gospel. If you are professing to be a Christian, it's all kind of people professing to be a Christian all around the world that's not truly linked up with God, that hasn't really given their heart to God, right? That's still in a delusion, right? So in essence, to be honest with you, you just like the unbelievers. You're just like the unbelievers, right? So at the end of the day, like, we have to be careful who we link up with, who we follow, what we take in, right? You can judge a tree by its fruit. What are they producing, right? Does the things that they say resonate with your spirit? And even still, if you pray to God on it and he confirms it to you, okay, cool, that they okay. If he confirms it, what they're saying is folly, cut out. They're not rightly dividing the word. Cut out, right? They're not operating in spirit and truth. Their lips are saying that they're a Christian, right? But their hearts and minds are far away from God. Cut out. Block them, right? Block them. I just wanted to impart that on you, just in case you was conflicted about what to do in these type of situations, right? I love you guys. Until next time. Peace out.